Hi guys. Good morning, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone, guys? Can you please confirm? Is I'm audible, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right, right. Just give me a second. Yep. So, guys, if anyone having any issue with audio or video, guys, please just log off and please log in again, guys. Okay. So, at any time, if you have any issues are there, so please log in. I can see some people they're unable to connect to the audio. One or two people, I think, I can see. They're unable to connect. Okay, fine. If anyone having an issue, guys, please just nothing to worry. Just please log in once again, guys. Okay. So let's continue with the last session, guys. So yesterday I have taken one introduction class I have taken. If anyone missed yesterday's class, don't worry. It's only just an introduction part, guys. Just we started with a very basic introduction. Hardly 35 minutes I've taken the introduction, guys. Not more than that. Just I started with something called as what is main important concept in a data science. So in a data science, the main important concept is nothing but a concept called as an machine learning, guys. First, we have to concentrate on the machine learning concept. So what is machine learning and what exactly the machine learning is used for? So I given a small introduction part, guys. So it is going to be a small introduction part I have just taken. Just I given some small idea like how the banking systems will take the how the in a banking system, how the bank people or the how the banking systems will decide the loan approval or loan rejection for a particular customer. So for that, I just given some idea about guys. So we have the past customers data. So what you do is guys, the past customers data is there. So to whom the loan was given, and we know the status of the customer's loans, whether they delayed the loan, which is going to be who has delayed the loan, who has repaid the loan. We already have the idea about them. So if you feed the data to the machines, guys, so machines with the help of something called as an algorithms. As I said that the main important is going to be algorithms, guys. So with the help of some kind of an algorithms, the machines are going to learn something from the data and they will come up with some kind of an insights, guys. So what is meaning of insights is nothing but, as I said that, and the insights are going to be nothing but, so this is going to be nothing but why the insights are going to be nothing but it will explain like how that means on what basis you can identify whether he is a defaulter, non-defaulter, on based on what factors we can understand. That means why there are delaying the loans, which type of customers are delaying the loans, which type of customers are repaying the loans promptly. We can get some kind of an insight from the data. Now, based on that particular insights, we can do some kind of a prediction, guys. Today, I'll show you one small example practically. Uh, don't worry. Practically means though you don't have any idea about that. So it is going to be nothing but what we can say is though we don't have any idea about that, but still I'm going to just give a small application only, guys. Just not for any implementation. Already implementation is done. I just give you an idea about this, guys. Okay, fine, guys. So it is nothing but the past customers data was there given to the machines, guys. Machines are going to get some insight from the data with some help of the algorithms. And based on that, it is going to be doing some kind of an, which is going to be some kind of an prediction it is going to take place, guys. Okay. So we'll see that practically what are those particular algorithms and all these things. We'll discuss about those particular concept, guys. So as I explained in the yesterday's class, guys, what is machine learning? Machine learning is nothing but where the, if you see the definition of machine learning, guys, later we'll discuss about what is more and more about the machine learning, guys. Let me give some small introduction regarding what is machine learning, guys. So machine learning was started, actually, machine learning was, it has been started. All of you have an idea about that. It was started somewhere around, I remembered, guys, almost all I can say somewhere around 10 years back. Almost all from 2015, we are seeing this machine learning concept, guys. From 2015, we started seeing this machine learning, data science. Okay, a little bit at that level, very basic level, guys. We don't have this much advanced systems are not available. But actually the machine learning was started long back, very long back it was started, guys. Started around in 1960s only it was started, guys. That means I'm not saying that machine learning was used in the 1960s. So initially in 1960s, they started doing some research, guys. They started doing some kind of a research what we are going to do in, guys. Okay. So this is going to be nothing but what we can see that somewhere around started in 1960 by a person called as an Arthur Samuel. His name is Arthur Samuel. We generally call him as an father of this particular data science, machine learning concept, guys. In 1960, while he was working at IBM. So at that time, he used to work on various gaming applications. So at that time, he was an expert in gaming application, developing of gaming applications at IBM. So he started doing some research on this machine learning, guys. So at that time, this Arthur Samuel has given a definition to what is machine learning. So what is machine learning definition? If you search in the internet or in the Google or anywhere, if you search, we'll get a definition for this, guys. What is the definition of machine learning is we are giving the ability. Just a minute. We are giving the ability, giving the computers the ability, to learn. That means they are capable to learn. So we are giving the computers the ability to learn without much explicit coding, guys. That means we don't write any kind of an which is going to be explicit coding, guys. So what we are doing, what we are saying is, guys, according to the Arthur Samuel, what is he says that about the machine learning is, so we are giving the computers the ability to learn without having any explicit coding. We don't give any instructions for that, guys. We don't give any instruction for that. Let me tell you in a simple way, guys. For example, guys, let us ask a programmer, whether he is a C programmer or C++ or a Java or a .NET or Python, any programmer. For example, I am asking him saying that if I give 10, 20, I have to get output as 30. If I give the input to a program, just a minute. If I give an input to a program, I have to get the output as, please write a program. I'm asking the programmer to write a program. What is the program has to do is, if you give some input as which is going to be 10, 20, the program has to give the output as 30. If I give 100, 200, the output should be something like a 300. Let us say that it is going to be minus 10 and which is going to be plus 10. I have to get 0 as the result. So whenever generally in our normal programming languages, we know that no, guys, write a program. We generally say that write a program to perform this operation. So if this is the input, I have to get this output. For example, these programmers like C programmers, Java programmers, what they will do is, I didn't written any complex logic also here, guys. I just written a very basic logic only I have written there. So we can easily understand if you want to get 30 from 10, 20, 300 from 100, 200, 0 from minus 10 plus 10. That means we are adding the numbers, right? So we have to write the code. So we have to understand how this output is coming from the input, and we have to find out, we have to write the logic for how to add that particular two numbers. We'll write the program now, guys. You take two variables A and B. So we have to have the result as going to be A plus B. So whatever the logic you write, according to the logic, it will come, guys. If I write A minus B in the place of A plus B, instead of getting 30, you will get minus 10. In the place of 300, you will get minus 100. In the place of 0, we'll get minus 20. Isn't it? It depends on the logic, whatever you write, guys. But what is machine learning says is, in machine learning, what the same process, if the same problem statement, if I give in to a machine learning expert, what the machine learning expert will do, guys, he don't try to find out how this output is coming from this input, guys. How this output is coming from the input, he don't do anything. So what he will do is, whatever the input we are having and whatever the output we are having, we will give both of them to the machine, guys. We will give both of them to the machine. I'll give the input, I will give the output also, guys. So I'm asking the machine, if this is the input and this is the output, can you tell me how to get this output from the input? The machine studies how to get the 30 from 10, 20, how to get 300 from 100, 200. So the machine says that to get this output, you have to add the two numbers. Hope you all of you are able to understand, guys. Just in a simple way to make you understand that what is the difference between a traditional programming and what is going to be the machine learning concept. In a traditional programming, as a programmer, we have to write the code to get the desired output from the desired with the given input. But in machine learning, it is not like that, guys. Feed some input and feed the output. Simple, ask them, I want this output from this input. The machine will tell that, okay, you have to add this number, or you have to multiply this number by some number, and we have to add up this particular number to this number. Everything the system itself will identify, guys. That is what basically this particular machine learning is meant for, guys. So with the help of some kind of an algorithms, we are going to do that. So that is the reason the definition says that we are not writing any kind of an coding, guys, without any explicit coding. Explicit means if you write the code. Without writing any explicit coding, we are giving the abilities to learn by themselves without having any external instruction, not that much instruction, guys. Once if you say learn, they will learn immediately. Just the algorithms will guide them. This is a way you have to learn. So this is the one which we have to learn. There is some procedure must be there now, guys. The procedure only is going to be done by our algorithms, guys. The algorithms will guide them. So this is a way you have to learn. This is a way you have to approach the result. This is a way you have to perform. These are the calculations we have to do. These are the verifications we have to do. All these things will be done by the respective algorithms are going to do for that, guys. So main important is the brain. That means whenever I'm talking about the main, who is going to be the brain behind this machine learning is, or for these AI systems is nothing but what we call it as machine learning, guys. So machine learning is the main important brain for this particular AI implementation. Whether you go for AI, machine learning, deep learning, nowadays whatever we call it as generative AI, whatever we call it as, first important is the basic level of machine learning. So how much extent we have to learn depends on the implementation, guys. If you want to become let us say that a machine learning expert, you should be very good at machine learning algorithms. If you want to go for some kind of like as I said, that generative AI, you need not to learn complete all this machine learning, all these things. How they works, if you know that, that is going to be sufficient. You need not to go more details into them. We don't require them, guys. Okay. So just up to what level extent it is going to be, you have to learn depends on the required implementation, guys. Later we'll discuss about those things. Okay, so that is one point here, guys. So machines are going to learn by themselves depending on, don't think that every time the problem is 10, 20, output should be 30. There are different types of problem statements will be there. Depending on the problem statements, we have to use different techniques we have to use, guys. Okay. So what is data science? First of all, guys, data science is all about these techniques only, guys. So slowly you try to understand, guys. What is machine learning? I told you. Machine learning is nothing but we are giving the abilities to the computers to learn by themselves without having any explicit coding. Then what is data science, guys? Data science is all about various techniques we are going to use, guys. So if you see the definition of data science also, we'll get the same definition, guys. Data science is a multidisciplinary field, guys. What we simply say that, what if you go to the Google or something like a ChatGPT and ask it, what is data science? It will tell you like this only, guys. Maybe the definition, the statement may not be the same form, but the final, which is going to be the meaning is the same, guys. It is nothing but a multidisciplinary field. So that means it is not like just like a learning a single concept and implementing, guys. It's a multidisciplinary field, which is going to contains a lot of mathematical and statistical techniques, guys. Mathematical and which is going to be some statistical techniques we are going to use as, guys. Sir, why should I use this mathematical statistical techniques? We'll understand slowly, guys. I'll explain that in the later classes. I'm going to explain those particular application, guys. Some kind of a mathematical and statistical technique. So here only, generally some people will have a little bit confusion, guys. So the confusion is nothing but, sir, do you have to have a more knowledge on the maths, or do you want to need some expertise on the maths? So we don't require that much level, guys. If we can just capable to understand what I am talking about, that is sufficient, guys. You really, which is going to be, we really don't require to explore, or you really no need to, which is going to be derive some mathematical formulas. Whatever I explain, that is going to be sufficient, guys. Like examples, it's almost all at the school level and college level mathematics only, guys. You need not to go for which is going to be the master's level or PhD level mathematics is not required. Just it is going to be understanding only, guys. Like for example, I'll say how to calculate the distance between two data points, guys. So just an example, sir, everyone knows about that. For example, if this data point is x1, y1, this data point is x2, y2. So what is the distance between these two data points, guys? Everyone knows about that. I'm not saying that this is going to be, I'll tell you what is going to be the deviations here, guys. So if, let us say that this is a data point and if this is a b data point, you know how to calculate the distance between a comma b, guys. The distance between a comma b is nothing but normally what we will do now, guys, x2 minus which is going to be x1 square, guys, plus which is going to be y2 minus y1 square. Generally everyone knows about this, guys. To that we have to calculate the square root. Everyone knows about this one, guys. I'm just going to extend this, guys. Actually this distance is nothing but what we call it as an, I don't know how many of you have heard about this name, guys. In school textbooks it will be there, guys. This distance is nothing but what we call it as an Euclidean distance, guys. What is this distance is nothing but it is an Euclidean distance, guys. We have a different type of distances are there, guys. See, directly if we travel from A to B like this, guys, this is what we call it as an Euclidean distance. This distance is nothing but what we call it as Euclidean distance, guys. There is another way is there, guys. For example, if I represent this data, this particular data points in a two-dimensional space, you know that, guys, two-dimensional space if I represent, you can travel from A to B directly like this, guys, or you can travel to A to C point. C is one point here now. And from C, you can travel to which is going to be B here, guys. I didn't written correctly. I didn't drawn it correctly, guys. But you want to travel from A to C and C to B also, we can travel like this. Isn't it, guys? So directly the distance from A to B is called as an Euclidean distance, guys. Whereas when it comes to which is going to be A to C and C to B, if you travel in, guys, this is nothing but what we call it as absolute distance, we call it as. This is what we call it as an absolute distance, guys. And don't worry about that. Just I'm telling that there are some variations are there. What is the formula for that? Absolute value of x2 minus x1 divided plus y2 minus y1 absolute value, guys. No squaring and no square root will be there, guys. What is this formula? I will tell you later. So simple. If you want to travel from here to here, guys, x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. But if you want to travel like this, parallel to x-axis, parallel to y-axis, if you want to travel, then the formula is nothing but modulus of our absolute value of x2 minus x1, guys, plus y2 minus y1, guys. Because I think you are good at a little bit mathematical concept if we apply, you know what is the coordinates of C, guys. C will contain the same x coordinate of B, guys, and y coordinate of A, guys. So the data point is x2 comma y1, guys. Your C data point will be x2 comma y1, guys, because it is exactly parallel to B point. It is exactly parallel horizontal to this particular x point, guys. So x2 will be there, y1, y2 will be there. So what is the distance between A to C, guys? A to C distance is x2 minus x1 square. To that we'll calculate the square root. Any of square root and square will get cancelled. That's why what we will do, guys, we'll put some absolute value. The distance from C to B, guys, it is y2 minus y1 modulus, guys, or absolute value. Total distance is nothing but absolute value of x2 minus x1 plus which is going to be y2 minus y1. That is the distance what we calculating, guys. So that kind of a mathematical and some statistical techniques will be there, guys. So distance calculations, correlation variables, all these are going to be there, guys. And there are some different types of methodologies are there, guys. What we call it as, guys, some kind of an, again, mathematical and statistical methodologies. Right now, I don't want to make you understand about all these things, guys, because it looks like something, if I discuss all these things in initial classes itself, it appears like, sir, it is very complicated concept it is. So don't worry about that. These are only just for introduction. Everything will start from the basics. From the basics to advanced level only, we'll discuss about that so that we can understand each and every point, we can understand it, guys. There are some different types of methodologies are there. Again, mathematical and statistical methodologies are there, guys. There are some mathematical and statistical methodologies will be there, guys. So something like this, we are going to use some kind of a methodologies, a different types of processings we are going to do, guys. I'll tell you, some kind of a scaling techniques will be there. Some kind of an encoding techniques will be there. There are different types of encoding and scaling techniques are going to be there, guys. These generally comes under some kind of an processing what we have to do, guys. And obviously, apart from that, as I said that we have to use something called as some kind of an algorithms we have to use in, guys. We have to take some help of which is going to be some kind of an algorithms we have to use in, guys. Okay, so what are these particular algorithms? What exactly these particular algorithms? That also we'll discuss it later. Already I told you, no, guys. So there are going to be some different types of machine learning and deep learning algorithms will be there. With the help of those particular algorithms, we are going to implement some kind of an machine learning, and which is going to be the deep learning applications. We'll try to utilize them, guys. So that is going to be one another point what we want to discuss it. And apart from that, sometimes we are also going to use a various different type of systems. We are going to be using a different type of systems we are going to use, guys. Some mathematical and statistical techniques. So data science is not all about learning a programming language, guys. Don't think that it is all about learning some kind of a programming language. So data science is not about learning a programming language, guys. There are going to be somewhat different, guys. There is going to be somewhat which is going to be different, guys. So there are going to be some conceptual understanding. So mathematical and statistical techniques, some kind of a different types of methodologies, some different types of processing techniques we have to learn. And apart from that, some kind of an algorithms. And we'll take the help of various systems we are going to take in, guys. Sometimes we have to take some help of various systems we have to take in, guys. So what are all these things, guys? Sir, why we are using all these things? Finally, our target is only one thing, guys. To get some insights from the data, guys. We have some data is there. To get some insights from the data, we are going to be using all these kind of a techniques, guys. That is mainly the data science is all about. Got the point, guys? So it is not just like a write a program and all something. So some people get it down. Sorry, normally in a database systems, we'll write an SQL query. So what is the SQL query, guys? SQL query is going to get the data in your required format, but it won't, it will help you to do the analysis, guys. Your SQL queries or whatever you are talking about, big data systems, or whatever you talk about, some kind of an Spark or something like that, they don't do the analysis by themselves. They will help you to do the analysis, but they don't do all the analysis by itself, guys. But data science is somewhat which is going to be different, guys. So they are not only just for which is like a programming language, they are not writing a program or something like this. Here we are going to train the machine learning models, or we say we are going to train the machine learning models. Basically, what is the main purpose is, guys? Simple to say that we are trying to understand something from the data, get some kind of an insight from the data. To get some insight from the data, we use as techniques of what we call it as a data science. It is not all about a Python, or it is not all about a Java, or not about some other thing, guys. It is all about some kind of an, what we can say is, it is a kind of a some kind of a techniques and all these things we are going to use to get some kind of an insight from the data, guys. So that is all about how we are practically, we have to work with something called as a data science concept, guys. So technically we have some implementation, guys. Those things we are going to discuss in our coming classes. In later classes, we are going to discuss about those particular applications in the coming classes, guys. Okay, just a small interesting concept, guys. Just I want to show you a small interesting concept, guys. So don't worry what I have done, how I done, don't worry about that. But I said that we can train our machines, guys. As I said that in yesterday's example, I said that you can train some machine to understand the past customers' data. Not only to understand the data, guys, even the machines can also learn something from the images. So let us see that I'm not showing any practical implementation for that. See this one, guys. There is going to be some set of images are there. I have some set of images are there, guys. What are these images, guys? The images are nothing but some kind of an human faces. It contains some set of human faces, guys. And each and every, which is going to be each and every image was marked as whether it was male, whether it is a female image, or whether the person in the image is a male. Everything has been got labeled here, guys. We call it as label. It is going to be some kind of a labeled images are there. What are images, guys? They are nothing but just a normal, which is going to be dot, which is going to be JPG files, right? So it may be a JPEG files or whatever may be the files are there. What we are doing here is, guys, what we did here is, guys, we given this particular images to the machines, guys, and we informed them saying that, so these are the human faces of males and females. You learn something from this particular data, guys. Now, what the machines has learned, guys? The machines has learned internally something. So they will, how humans will learn, guys? So generally, how the kids can differentiate between a male and a female, guys, with some identification. So like who has been depending on the way they dress, or depending on the way the hair was there. Depending on that, the kids generally a 2 years kid or 3 years kid. So how can you say, how can you differentiate between a boy and a girl? So it depends on the height, style, or the depending on the way of dressing, they will identify, guys. So machines also learn something from that. What they will learn later, we'll discuss about that. But now these machines are learned something like that. Or the machines are trained such a way that the machines can differentiate a male and a female, guys. So what they can do, guys, they can differentiate who is male and who is female. They can differentiate, guys. So now what we can do, guys, if I give a new image to this machine, whenever I give a new image, the machine is capable to identify whether the person in the image is a male or a female, guys. That means you feed the image to the model will tell you whether the person in the image is a male or a female, guys. For that, we didn't, I'm not saying that I didn't written any coding there. I written some code. Only the code is going to be given to the machine and machine is going to learn by themselves. But I didn't written any instruction that if this value is this, then it is a female. If this value is this, it is a male. I didn't written any such kind of instructions, guys. Just to differentiate, or which is to identify, we call it as gender identification. So the machine was trained, or the model was trained to identify the gender of the person in the image, guys. So it can well differentiate between a male and a female, but the machines also can do some kind of an errors, guys. The machines also can do some kind of an errors, guys. So sometimes they will identify a male as a female, sometimes they will identify female as a male, but 80 to 90% of images they can work well, guys. Okay. And some people are posting some questions, guys. Obviously, I will take up your questions, guys. Just give me a time, which I'm going to discuss after a couple of minutes. The last 5-10 minutes, I will give the time to Q&A so that I can answer all of your questions, guys. Okay, fine. Okay, don't worry. Like what I'm doing here, don't worry about that. What I have done, what is the coding I have written, don't worry about that. So this is a tool called as an Jupyter notebook I'm going to use as, guys. It's what we call it as a Jupyter notebooks, guys, where we are going to write our code with the extension of .ipynb file, guys. They will be written with an extension of, you can see all the files are going to be something called as an .ipynb file, guys. Recently, 2 days back, why I'm showing you, because is, guys, 2 days back I've done this example in one of the batch, guys. In 9:30 p.m. batch, we done this example, guys. So don't worry, I'm importing some few libraries, guys. I am importing some few libraries, guys. So don't worry about these libraries. So caras.models, import some kind of an, this is my model, guys. This is already trained. It's already a trained model, guys. So load underscore model is one of the model is there. So it is going to be loading this particular model. It is there in my local machine only, guys, because I trained it. I trained it, guys. I trained with some around 24,000 images, and the machine was trained with to identify or to differentiate between a male and a female, guys. So I'm loading the model here, guys. So just to understand, don't worry about all this code, guys. Finally, I write some kind of a code here, guys. Don't worry about the code. Just have a look into that. So what is this model can do, guys? If you give some input to this particular machine, for example, I will give the machine the image called as a modi.jpg file is there. So modi.jpg file is nothing but our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi's image, guys. So once if I feed this particular input to that particular the model, just a minute once. A few libraries or something is required, guys. So that are missing there. That is the reason. What is FT? It was unable to identify that. Okay. Once again, come here and do it, guys. Again, do it. So once if you do it again, genders. Okay, okay. As I said that no, some kind of an genders. Just give me a second. Right. Come here. I think this time it has to work, guys. See there? So it is saying that the model has predicted that the person in this image is a male image, guys. You can try with a different images. I have a lot of images are there. So I have just have some kind of an images are there. So what is the model predicted? So what is the person in the image? We know that. And what is going to be the model predicted, guys? So see there, the person in this image is a male. My model also predicted that it said that it is the gender is nothing but male. Don't think that I've written some constant code or something like this, guys. See there, just a written, I have written smile2.jpg file is there. So whenever I given some other image, guys, these are random images, guys, which are collected from internet. I given a random image, guys, predicted is going to be nothing but it is a female. It's not only these images. So I have already some images. That's why I'm directly giving some kind of an images, which is going to be some images I'm giving here, guys. So by looking at the images, we can identify whether the person in the image is a male or a female, guys. So a lot of images are there with me. So already I have trained them. So it has been got tested. Even I can take some new images and I can do it, guys. So female with a short hair. So a person, an image is giving, I'm giving an image of which is going to be female with a short hair, guys. So whenever I've given a female with a short hair, the model predicted that as perfectly as a female. But sometimes it will go wrong, guys. Sometimes what could be the reason? That is a different case. But some images, maybe the model is unable to learn it properly, or the model was unable to differentiate it properly. We have to go a little bit deeper into that. You can take, guys, any random images we can take, guys. For example, I'm just giving some human faces images. Human faces images I'm taking, guys. Randomly, I'm taking some images from the internet, guys. Random image. Specifically, I'm not taking any specific image, guys. Any random image you take in, guys. Just I'll take some random image from the internet, guys. So take any particular image. Let us take this image, guys. Right click and say which is going to be, I'm copying this image, guys. Sorry, I'm saving this image here, guys. Save the image as, I'm saving the image here, guys. Let us say that the image is going to be saved into some folder, C drive. I have a data folder or images folder is there. So these are some images already I'm having with me. Let me say that it is a new image. I'll say which is going to be a new image I have been taken here, guys. So the new image I have been taken, this is the person here, guys. So let us give the new image person image here now. So let us say that it is going to be a new image. This is going to be nothing but it's a new image, which is going to be .jpg file is there, guys. So the model has predicted perfectly as a, which is going to be male, guys. If we give a female image, guys, if we take a female image and test it, guys, take any random, which is going to be a female image, we have to take it, but the image need to be clear, guys. The image should be a little bit clear, guys, like a, which is going to be straight image must be there, or it should not be like some kind of a side view or something like that. It should not be there. We can give some kind of an image. See this? So the person in this image is identified as a female. Age, even you can also identify the age of the person, guys. Approximate age of the person also we can identify with the help of that particular, the facial expression or the facial image, we can identify them, guys. So take some any random image, guys. Let me take some other new image. So save this particular image as, let us say that a new female one or new image one will say that. Otherwise, I'll say it is going to be new image underscore. I say new image underscore or new image 2, guys. A new image 2. Okay, I'm replacing it, guys. Same image. Remember, this is image, guys. So I'll say that it is going to be new image 2. I'm going to take it here, guys. I say new image 2. So this is image, guys. So see, so the model has identified the same person as, which is going to be something like a female. So it is not any pre-coded, but don't worry, sir, what is the code you have written? The code is a little bit different, guys. The code is going to be a little bit different. So I have written the code. I'll show you how the training has been done. I will show you that particular code also, guys. Let me show you the code. So this is the code for the training, guys. And whatever the code I have shown you is basically we are using the application here. It's a little bit lengthy code, guys. It's a little bit lengthy code, loading the data, training the models, evaluating the model performance. A lot of things are there. This is a neural network, guys, basically. It is a kind of a, which is going to be neural network, which was trained. And this is going to be some coding and all these things, what I have written there, guys. So some of the males are predicted as females. Some of the females are predicted as a males. That is our trained model. Whatever the model I have trained there, that model only I'm using here, guys. Just directly loaded the model and just I'm feeding the input directly to that particular model. The model directly tells you whether the person in the image is a male or a female. So for some coding has been got written for that. So just I want to show you that it's not only the data means only just like a numbers or something like a text, guys. Even the models can be trained even with the help of some kind of an images. Not only images, guys, even we can also give some input as audio files, videos, anything you can give them, guys. We can give some kind of an audio file, guys. Some audio files will be there now, guys. We can give some audio file. So using the audio file, we can make the machine to differentiate between whether the speaker is a male or whether the speaker is a female, guys. Because we have a lot of difference between the male voice and female voice, we can differentiate it, guys. So we'll give the audio files, the speeches, whatever the speeches that has been given by various speakers, we'll give it to the model, guys. The model was trained. I'll say that these audios belongs to female, these audios belongs to male, like that. So once if I give a new audio file, the model is capable to identify, yes, the speaker in this particular audio is a female, the speaker in this particular audio is a male, like that it can differentiate it. Not only audio files, not only audio files and images, we can give some text, we can give some kind of a video files, but these are little bit higher level implementations, guys. A very higher level implementations. We'll see up to images, we'll see practically, guys. Images will work, audio files will work, even text also will work. So basically this text only is going to comes into the concept called as a natural language processing. How to make the machine to study the text, how to make the machines to study the audio files, how to make the machine to study the which is going to be the images. All these things we'll learn practically in our training program, guys. Okay. So once again, I'm saying, guys, data science, don't think that it is all about learning a programming language like Java or C, C++. It's not like that, guys. We are going to learn some kind of a mathematical statistical techniques. I told you some examples, some different types of methodologies, processings, and we are going to take some help of different algorithms and systems, finally to get some insights from the data. If we can get some insight from the data, based on that, some kind of an business decisions can be predicted. We can take some kind of a predictions. Based on that, we can take some kind of a decisions, guys. But for that, what is the main important point is, guys, one small concept called as a machine learning concept will be there, guys. You have to understand that particular machine learning basically. That is the main important part, guys. The brain behind all this, whatever the AI systems and all these things, whatever we are using, the main brain behind this, all these things is nothing but the machine learning concept only, guys. So we have to concentrate a little bit on machine learning. I will discuss each and every machine learning algorithm, more details, mathematical concepts. I'll tell you each and everything, guys. So that is the reason my classes will take a little bit more time, guys. Because mostly I'll spend the time basically in the machine learning. But main important concepts in our course curriculum we are going to learn is, guys, machine learning is one concept, guys, deep learning, NLP, and we are going to little bit, not complete generative AI, guys. So complete implementation of ML, DL, and NLP we are going to complete. We are going to learn in the training program, guys. And we are going to have a little bit of implementation of the generative AI concept, because generative AI complete course we cannot teach it here, guys. For that, we have a separate generative AI courses are there. Separately, again, a 3 months to 3 to 4 months dedicated, which is complete time only for Gen AI applications, guys. Here I'm going to teach you some basic fundamentals of generative AI in this particular class, but in depth about machine learning, deep learning, NLP. But to implement all these things, some fundamentals of Python, I'm going to discuss in this particular training program, guys. So mainly our concentration is on Python, some fundamentals of Python we have to learn. What are the basic requirements for our data science? We learn all the Python concepts, guys. Then we'll go for machine learning. Then we'll learn the deep learning, then NLP, and then generative AI applications, guys. Okay. So I'll give you again the complete details. I'll give you guys about the course curriculum and all these things. I'll give you more details in the coming classes. As I already said that yesterday, 1 or 2 days, just if you give me that time, I'll give you the complete details about the course also, guys. Okay. So yesterday is the first introduction. So yesterday I said that it is what is about machine learning. I just given an idea, guys. So today I just given some introduction regarding what is machine learning, what is data science. So data science is about all these techniques, guys. Machine learning, deep learning, using all these techniques only now, guys. We are trying to get some insights from the data. That's why it is nothing but what we call it as a data science, what we are going to call it as, guys. So I said that a data science is an interdisciplinary field where we are going to use various techniques to get some insight from the data. Machine learning is nothing but we are giving some, it is a type of one application, guys, or a type of a system where we are giving the abilities to the computers to learn by themselves without having any much explicit coding, guys. That is what we call it as machine learning. Slowly we'll understand, guys, one by one terminologies will understand it. Don't worry. practically we'll see one after the another, we'll try to implement them, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class. If anyone has missed the yesterday's class also, don't worry, guys. Our backend team is going to share you the recorded video of the yesterday's class. Maybe tomorrow they will share the today's class, and yesterday's class they will share it by tomorrow, guys. Okay. So that's it from my side, guys. Just for today, I can stop my discuss from my side. I will stop it here, guys. If you have any questions from your side, yesterday also a few questions has came. So I answered all your questions and ended the session yesterday. So today also, if you have any further questions or any further discussions, so we can discuss for a while, and then we can we can end up the session for today, guys. Okay, fine. Anyone, guys, any questions from your side? If you have any questions, so feel free to discuss, guys. I think already 1 or 2 questions I got. Along with 10:30 a.m. batch, do you have any other batches timing? Absolutely. Amit, regular batches will be going on, will be starting regularly. But this batch is currently for 10:30 a.m. If it is comfortable, you can join this. Otherwise, wait for the new batch, guys. A new batch is also going to be, we are planning to start a little bit early in the morning of 6 a.m. So many of the people, working professionals, are asking for 6 a.m. session. So we are planning, but it was not yet confirmed for that. But our backend team will update you. Just if you give your required, whatever required timings, if we can inform those particular timings to our backend team, whenever a new batch will start, they will inform you about that particular batch. Okay, fine. Absolutely, Vinay. Python is going to be required, but you need not to worry about that. I will take care about that in the tomorrow's class. I will tell you more details about that. Whatever the level of Python that is required, you need not to be an expert in Python, guys. Even I'm clearly saying that I was not a Python expert, guys. I was not a Python expert. I don't have that much clear understanding about the complete Python. Up to what extent I was expertise, guys? If you ask me to implement any data science related application in Python, I was capable to implement, guys. Because Python contains a lot of libraries. So if you want to implement Python, guys, you have to learn only something called as the libraries, guys. Python libraries will be there. If you know the libraries, we can implement any kind of a thing, guys. So it is all about libraries implementation. So import the library and call the function related to the library, guys. Apart from that, nothing is going to be there, guys. Okay. So learning Python is very easy. I will take care about that. Even if you have a zero knowledge of Python also, no need to worry about that, guys. Don't put any extra struggle learning the Python from some other resources. I will teach the Python up to what extent the Python is required for data science. I will take care about that. Okay, fine. Yes, they will send you a follow-up mail to you, guys. So don't worry, maybe after today's class, after once the recording is available, our backend team is going to send you one follow-up mail to your registered mail ID. If you have given the correct registered mail ID, we'll get the registered mail ID, or else no need to worry. I will give you the link tomorrow. They will upload all these videos, yesterday's video and today's video, to the YouTube, guys. And in the YouTube, they will give that particular link to you. If you just click on the link, you can go to that YouTube link and you can see the videos, guys. If you don't receive them tomorrow, if you attend the tomorrow's class, I will also give you the link, guys. Okay. Class timing is from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., guys, Indian Standard Time. Okay. Bye.
Sir,
Yes.
the same thing you was mentioning, right? There is separate generative AI course
Classes.
also.
Yes, Chetra.
So, like, which one for a data engineer, which will help, this batch or that batch?
Better for a data engineer, this is first better case. This is
Okay.
the one better case rather than going. That means in between, actually, the thing is, I can say that after data engineering, after the next, what are the next implementation is going to be done is your data science people, data analysts, only those people will take care about the data. After that, next level is going to be generative AI. So both of them are going to be fine. But as of as of your experience, you are talking about, you are a data engineer now. So better to learn this one. This will add a little bit more scope of implementations rather than directly going to the generative AI. Okay.
Uh, hello.
Fine. Yes.
Yes, sir. Currently, I'm working as a database developer, but I'm
Okay.
very bad in a mathematics.
Okay. No. It's
Means, can I survive?
yeah. No. So see, I think, see, everyone has crossed without having the mathematical background. You didn't came up to here, right? Whether it is a
Yeah.
school level, college level. Have you studied maths, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, just to make, so did you understood my topic here now? Previously, when I
Yes.
discussed about the distance calculation, are you able to correlate this concept? Have you able to understand this concept? What is Euclidean? What is going to be
Yeah.
this particular? Did you able to understand the concept?
Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is sufficient. So I'm not asking you to learn the mathematics and you to implement the new things. I will teach you the mathematics, some formulas I'll give you. Just if you can understand that particular formula, that is sufficient. You need not to derive any new formulas or no need to research. You need not to go to the PhD level. Not that much is required. If you can understand the math, that is sufficient. So see, for everyone, it is very long back where you have learned the math. For me, after completion of my graduation, it is almost all after 15 years. So I started working on the data science. But meanwhile, what is the thing is, I was already into the maths because I teach some mathematics concepts. I was good at little bit maths. And one more thing is, my son is currently he was in 10+2 standard. So during his 10th standard, is during his school days, or school days, leave it, during his 10th standard in 10+1 and also in the 10+2 now, he's preparing for JEE. So I was involved in that. So I can teach that particular maths and all these things a little bit easily. But don't worry, even if don't say that you are bad at maths. Maybe for you it is a little bit long ago you have learned the maths. Everyone thinks like that. Sir, very long back we have used this mathematical concept. How can you? Just if you are in a position to understand the basic maths, whatever I teach you, that is going to be sufficient. In the case if you can't understand them, just try to explore a little bit more on that. Take a pen and paper and do all the calculations manually. That is sufficient with that. You need not to be a PhD level or masters in the mathematics to understand these data science concepts. Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, guys, class timing, I think already I have said that it is 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. Yes, Amit, preferable timing will be 6 to 7 a.m. in the morning, since I'm also working professional during time. Absolutely. We are planning, guys, maybe in a 15, 20 days, maybe a new batch will start. Currently, one batch is going on. It is about to complete. Within another 10, 15 to 20 days, a new batch will start, guys. So absolutely, once a new batch will start, our backend team will inform you about that new batch. Whenever, if you already registered with the DURGASOFT, right? You will get all the what is going to be the reminders and updates about the new courses. All these things you will get to your mobiles and your WhatsApp numbers you will get in, guys. Okay, fine, guys. Right? Anyone else, guys? If you have any questions, further questions, guys?
Yes. I mean, is this course will be sufficient to secure a job for a like?
Securing job means in terms of what, basically? So are you looking for a new job, or
I mean,
are you talking about a
for
securing
a
of your
new job.
existing job? Okay. It depends. See,
For a,
securing a
sorry,
job
for a
means
new job. Yeah.
for a new job, see, a new job is going to be obviously, see, everywhere opportunities will be there for every technology. It depends on the number of candidates available. It's going to be your expertise, if your research. My recommendation is absolutely you can get a job, but I have to know about your past experience, whether you are a fresh graduate or whether you are already having an experience, how many years of experience. So if I talk about that, if I consider that, I can give a clear idea about that. But for the timing, I say that if you have a really an expertise on this data science, if you can show your expertise skill by your own research skills, or by creating some kind of our own, we can do a lot of freelancing works we can do, guys. So if we can show some kind of that kind of an expertise and some kind of an research kind of expertise, if we can show them, so really there will be some good opportunities will be there. But you need to be an expertise overall. It's not like just if you learn, I cannot guarantee that. But efforts must be done from your side also to get a secure job. Okay. Fine. Yes. Any others, guys? Any others? Any other questions, guys?
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
So I am having 7 years of experience in
Okay.
cloud technology. So this is good for me.
Means cloud technology is what you are working on cloud. What type of services you are using on the cloud?
Yes, so previous for first 5 years, I was working on VMware and as a Wintel admin. And since 2 years, I'm working as a AWS Cloud Ops engineer.
Cloud Ops engineer. Okay. So it's a little bit different role, but it's not a big problem at all. There is nothing like you should be from this domain or this from your previous experience should be this one. It does not matter whatever your current experience or what is your qualification, etc. So just if you are having that means there is nothing related to your current job, nothing related to the current job. It is completely like a change. You are not just upskilling, it is completely change in your technology right now. But really, if you have some real-time experience, generally see real-time experience, and who is a fresh graduates, conceptually they have the same knowledge. But only thing is the exposure, the industry exposure, the corporate culture. So the companies also look for that kind of an real experience, so that we can follow that corporate culture, the corporate the life cycles we have to follow, or whatever the instructions we have to do. So nowadays the companies are looking for the people. It has become a 5-6 years old. So they're looking for people who are having some knowledge on that and who are capable to implement it. So show some little bit better expertise, and more expertise, and more projects if we can add up them, more and more research and more conceptual understanding if we can do. So really we can get a job. That is not a problem for that. And as well as part of the current implementation, we have to look into that. Do you have any scope to implement any kind of a data science concepts in your current project? As of my knowledge, we cannot implement it we cannot integrate with your current experience. So you say that some experience on the previous whatever the technology, and you put some around 2 or 3 years of experience on the data science out of your total 7 years of experience. Like that, you can just try to crack the interviews and get a job. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, after this class, do we need to what some specialization we have to finish like in a GenAI? I guess I mean, as per my understanding, this is the basic course of data science. After that, you have to specialize yourself in some.
Yeah, sorry. Just I muted you. Just sorry. Unknowingly I have been muted you. Can you repeat your question, Dinesh,
Okay.
right?
Sir, yeah. Sir, as per my understanding, I thought this is a basic means a basic data science course. After that, you have to specialize yourself in like a Gen AI or different kind of data science technology.
No. It is a complete in-depth knowledge about the data science. This course is completely on data science, knowledge on generative AI. If you go to generative AI classes, there will be little bit knowledge on data science and more conceptual understanding on the Gen AI applications. To become a generative AI engineer, you don't require all these concepts. These much concepts are not required. You understood my point? Okay. So we are having in this course, we completely, actually, if we have a good knowledge of data science, understanding this particular generative AI is very easy, but it is not mandatory. It's need not to be completely, you have to know in depth about that. So without learning this also, we can go to generative AI. But generative AI, if you directly go there, internally what is happening, you can't understand them. So some points cannot be gets connected. Some points you have to come back and you have to learn and again go back there. So that's why this course is completely on a complete data science, including, as I said, that the machine learning, deep learning, and which is going to be AI, NLP. These are the main 4 concepts we are going to be concentrate on that. Little bit knowledge of generative AI. We are not going to more details into generative AI. Generative AI is nothing but the implementation. That is not a concept. But the underlying concept of generative AI applications is nothing but your data science. So if you have a good knowledge of this, understanding those is very easy. Without having this knowledge also, you can learn, because that is only implementation. But somewhere we are going to get some kind of an issues will come. So you don't know how to handle those particular concepts there. So this is a complete data science class with generative AI. Those classes are completely different. They are called as generative AI development classes will be there. There we don't teach all these concepts of algorithms, all these things, we don't teach them. Directly we'll go to the implementation of the concept called as the generative AI applications will go there. We'll say completely implementation. There we are going to use completely some kind of which is going to be the open source models we are going to use it. Like I'm going to use some kind of models, what we are going to call it as. Don't worry. These we are going to use there. So this is going to be something, an open source framework called as a LangChain. You know that, right? OpenAI. Okay, so this is going to be OpenAI is going to be one framework we are going to use. These are going to be what we are going to be used there. We don't use any development part here now. There are going to be some kind of an applications will be there. Some kind of a pre-trained models will be there. Using that particular pre-trained models only, we are going to use this one. So you need not to worry about the underlying concept and all these things. There are some pre-trained models will be there. So use this particular pre-trained models and we are going to get it there. See there? These are going to be some kind of an pre-trained models are already ready there. If you want to generate some images, image generation models are there. GPT-1, DALL-E 3 or DALL-E 2. So we are having some kind of an image generation models are going to be there. Some kind of an which is going to be embeddings, we want to do that. So we have some kind of an embedding which is going to be the models will be there. Use that particular embedding models, text to speech, how to convert your text to speech. There are some pre-trained models we are going to be having there. Do you want to have some kind of an embedding model? So these are all pre-trained models we are going to use this. I said that now we have to train and we have to use it. So whatever we use it in generative AI models, these are the pre-trained models we are going to use. We don't develop the models, but here in our data science, we will train our own models. We are going to train them, right?
Yeah.
So this is a
Thank you, sir.
complete course for the data science within knowledge of generative AI. In generative AI classes, we don't teach all these things. What is data science? What is machine learning? What is deep learning? We don't teach them. Directly we'll go there and directly we'll try to some basic fundamentals will be there. Use that particular fundamentals, we'll do that. See there, text generation, images and vision, how to generate that, audio and speech, which is going to be prompting, how to work with the prompting, what is prompt engineering, all these things we are going to work there. Directly, these are the Python code we are going to be users there. This is JavaScript, I think. We have to use some kind of an Python codes and all these things we use, and we'll generate those kind of an applications, we do that. Okay, fine guys, right? So I think most of your questions has been answered, guys. So once again, if you have any further questions, if you have any further doubts, guys, you can feel free to reach me on my contact number. Yesterday already given. So I think yesterday already given. I didn't remember. So that is my email. I'm just posting in the chat window, guys. So if you want, we can make a note of that. So that is my email ID and also given my contact number. So feel free to reach me on my WhatsApp number if you want, or write a mail to my email ID in any future also, guys. If you want any help or if you want any suggestions from my side, feel free to reach me on my contact number, guys. Okay, fine. So that's it, guys, for the today's class. Any more questions, guys? Anyone, if you have any questions? Okay, then. Thanks all of you for today, guys, for attending this demo session. So I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with the same link, guys. Okay. Thanks all of you, guys. I'm ending up the session, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.